So AI scribes, they're everywhere in the clinical world right now. And the big promise is, faster notes, fewer clicks, less time charting after your shift ends. And on paper, a lot of them seem to work. You get this clean, structured draft almost instantly. But if you've used one, you might have felt this quiet discomfort. The note looks right, but you just can't bring yourself to fully trust it.
And that feeling, that suspicion, is actually the key here. It points to a really fundamental flaw in how most of these systems are built.
Okay.
So our mission in this deep dive is to unpack why these scribes, even when they're technically accurate, aren't delivering the one thing clinicians really need, which is, well, save time.
Let's get right into that, because the core issue isn't really about factual accuracy, is it? The AI might get the patient's history perfectly right.
Right.
The problem is something else. It's about verifiability. When you're staring at that note, you can't answer a really basic question. Where did this specific sentence come from?
Exactly. And in a medical context, that ambiguity is a deal breaker. Was that phrase, say, patient denies fever? Was that something the patient actually said?
Or did the AI just infer it because no one talked about a fever?
Precisely. Or was it pulled from old data in the EHR? Or, and this is the scary part, was it just a sophisticated guess by the language model to make the note seem complete?
And that matters so much because of how you review a chart.
You don't review it like an editor looking for typos. You review it defensively. You're signing a legal document.
Yeah, you're scanning for risk.
You are. So when the source of a claim is unclear, that defensive mindset makes you question everything. You end up having to re-listen to the whole recording just to feel safe.
And that's the killer. At that point, the AI hasn't saved you time. It's just, it's shifted the work. You've traded the annoying task of typing for the really stressful task of paranoid review.
It's a fascinating design flaw because most of these tools optimize for the wrong thing. They focus on speed. How fast can we generate the draft?
Right, the initial output.
But clinicians don't just need faster notes. They need notes they can approve with confidence. And speed means nothing if confidence is zero.
So if verifiability is the big problem, what's the solution? Is it just a better audit trail? We hear this term, traceability. What does that actually mean? Is it just a hyperlink?
It's much deeper than that. It's an architectural challenge. True traceability means every single important clinical statement in that note is directly linked back to its source.
So to a specific moment in the audio.
A specific moment in the audio, a line in the transcript, a timestamp. It has to be built in from the ground up, not just tacked on.
And that completely changes the game. If you can click on "the rash appeared 3 days ago" and immediately see the patient saying that exact phrase at, 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
That transforms the entire workflow.
Yeah.
Because now you can verify only what matters, the weird stuff, the red flags, the medication changes. Your review goes from a full redo of the encounter to just a quick spot check.
So you're no longer checking the AI's work.
No, you're just confirming what the patient themselves said.
And that enables a huge mental shift, right? You stop asking this big stressful question, is this whole note right? And instead you ask a much simpler question, do I agree with what was said right here? And that's the real difference between just, tolerating an AI scribe and actually trusting one.
So to boil it all down, AI scribes are documentation support. But that support only really works when you, the clinician, can easily see, verify, and trust what's being written in your name.
So here's a final thought for you to take away. If you can't instantly know where every key fact in that AI-generated note came from, are you really saving time? Or are you just trading one kind of workload for a much deeper, more serious level of professional risk?